Hello YouTube, this is Coding for Noobs, and today we're going to do a basic Hello World tutorial in C#. So right away I've already created a project that I saved from before. After the tutorial I will be uploading it in a zip folder, and it'll be available in the description, the whole source, sorry. So basically when we look at C#, it's pretty similar to Visual Basic. So any of you guys that ever looked at my Visual Basic tutorials or learned it in school or somewhere else, you'll be able to follow along a lot easier than someone that's coming here that's brand new to programming. So as you can see right up here, we have our external library imports. So basically these libraries up here, you don't need to worry about them just yet, but they will allow us to use functions that have to do with the system, any kind of list that we use, collections, and the system.text library, which allows us to manipulate our strings, or our text, as they'll say. Next you'll see namespace tutorial _1 _ hello world. That just basically means it's our tutorial 1 hello world namespace. So for our program tutorial 1 hello world. And then you'll see a class program, and then a static void main. So what this is, the static void main, is our name entry point method. And what this means is when the program runs, any code inside the static void main will be executed. Now, right away, I'm going to go ahead and write a little bit of code, and for the comment, I'll call it keep console window open. In all the tutorials that I'll be doing using a console window, we'll basically need this code, so I'm just going to go over it once right now. It's called console.readKey, and what this will do is it'll, at the very end of the program, it'll require the user to click on any key for it to exit the code. So right now it's just waiting for you to read a key, so I'm going to hit spacebar, and as you can see the program closes because there's no more code to execute. So the next thing we're going to do is create a local variable declaration. So local variable declaration. Under your local variable declaration, we'll use it to store variables that we haven't used yet or we'll be using later in the program. So for our Hello World tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do basic input and output of strings in C#. So we're going to create a string. So we'll write string, which is the data type, str name, which is the name of our string, equals string.empty. So we're creating an empty string. As you can see, it's a little different from Visual Basic, where before it used to be dim, which is kind of like saying declare a variable name as a data type. Now we're saying data type variable name equals, and then whatever assignment we have. Sorry. Next step in a program, or for the basic kind of program, we have an input from the user. So what we're going to do here is use a console function called console.writeLine. And as you can see, a lot of it will, it's like Visual Basic, where a lot of the code will actually just pop up for you if you hit like the arrow keys and enter. Anyways, since we're writing to the console, we'll be writing a string saying, please enter your name. And as you can see, I use quotation marks, which tells C# that what you're outputting is going to be a string. And inside my string, or the string is going to say, please enter your name. So now that we have output, we'll run the program right now, and it says, please enter your name. And then the code goes to console.readKey, which is saying, read a key before we close the program. So when I hit anything, as you can see, it closed. So now what we want to do is we want to get the user to write their name, and we're going to store that in strname. So now we're going to write strname equals console.readLine, which is going to read the line, so it's going to read the console until the user hits enter. Now we're going to do one last part of this program called output the results. So what we're going to do now is take what the user entered into strname, and we're going to output it to them. So we're going to do console.writeLine again, hello, comma, plus, so now we have one string there, plus we're going to concade, I think it's called, a string, concat or concade, anyways, string name, and there we go, hello, and then it's going to output whatever the user enters into strname because we stored it. So now when we run the program, when you hit F5, it'll say please enter your name. So for me, I'll say Jordan, and I'll say hello Jordan. This concludes the tutorial. The download will be available in the description. I hope you enjoyed it, and there's more to come.